Hello everyone. So this is Tara Sullivan. You have reached my Flosstube channel about cross stitch, which is Sully Stitches. If you're new here, I hope you'll join me. I hope you'll like it. So this is a video where I talk about my cross stitch plans, kind of show finishes, things of that nature. And if you're coming back, thank you again. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for all the comments, all the encouragement. I really appreciate it. So this is episode number 7. It's Memorial Day. So I thought I would take some time to record today, hopefully get it uploaded today. That could be the challenge sometimes. I'm here just to talk about my cross stitch, what I've got going on, my plans. It's been about a month, close to a month, 4 weeks. That's probably a good cadence for me. I'm still new. This is only my 7th episode, so I've not been recording a long time. So we'll see how things come and go and how they change. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, everyone's been so encouraging and I appreciate it. So I think since the last time I talked to you guys, I had gone to a trip, a small stitching trip with some friends to Michigan, up to around the Traverse City area, which was beautiful. I got home, I worked about a week, and then I left for Waynesville, North Carolina with another small group of stitching friends. So we went to Waynesville, North Carolina. We've done this trip a good many times. We've gone to Tennessee a lot, up in that area a lot. But we decided we would try Waynesville this year, which was a lot of fun. That town is super cute. There is the cross stitch store. Annabella's there. She's in Waynesville, North Carolina, near Lake Junaluska. So what we did is we kind of just, we went up there Sunday, Cinco de Mayo, actually, May 5th, and we rented an Airbnb there. It was like a 1910, I think, or older farmhouse. So we went there. It was nice. We all kind of had like our own rooms, our own bathrooms. We didn't share anything, but everything was great. Was probably like a quarter of a mile to the main street of the town. So we could just kind of stop whenever we wanted to, take little breaks, go up there, kind of walk around. It was hilly. I mean, it's North Carolina, so, mountains of North Carolina. So it wasn't like a flat path. There was a hill everywhere we went, but it was good to kind of get out, stretch your legs, walk a little bit. And then, we had a lot of really good places in Waynesville, a lot of great food. One day, I think it was Wednesday, because we were there for a week. I think Wednesday we went to Annabella's, and I had a stitch day with my group. So we just stitched there for the day to change it up a little bit and did some shopping. And I'll show you a haul later on. And then we had a friend slamming the screen door. She lives in that area, so she came, and she was working, but she came for a little while just to kind of meet up with us. I had met her at StitchCon before. Super, super nice. So she just came over for a little while just to kind of see what we were stitching and catch up. And then I'll see her again at StitchCon weekend day this year. So that was about it. I thought I would get a lot more done. You always, delusions of grandeur is what I call stitchers. At least me. I always think, I'm going to get so much done. And like I said, the stitching spot wasn't the best just to kind of sit there that long. So we did have to kind of get up and move around a lot, and kind of just hung out and messed around and had a good time. I recommend that town. That town is adorable. Like I said, great food, a great small little downtown. We enjoyed it a lot. So so we did that. I've kind of, since we've been going, I always do like the Friday night, or try to, the 2nd and 4th Friday of every month. My local shop, because I live in Greenville, South Carolina, has a stitch night, Pandas Crossing. And so I went there, had a friend, Nana's Needle, who came in from, she was at a high school graduation. So right now everybody's graduating school, of course. Right now I've been to a ton of graduation parties for friends. It's fun to see how their kids grown up and that they're going to college, some going to your alma mater, and it's a lot of fun. But I can remember those days for myself. But she came in and she was here, and so she came in to the Friday night stitch group that we just had. So we did that, and that's really been about it. Just, you know, working life, just like everybody else. Working life and stitch when you can. That's kind of my motto. Work life, stitch when you can. So, sorry guys. I am going to do a little bit different lineup today. I'm going to show of course, my whips, my finishes, kind of plans, those kinds of things. I do need to really plan. Like I said, I am going to StitchCon weekend A. I leave next Wednesday. I'm driving up next Wednesday, and I'll be there till Sunday. So I really need to plan what I'm going to take for that. You guys will see here in a minute kind of what what I'm leaning towards. I think like every other Flosstube right now, we're all kind of leaning towards Patriotic and really been enjoying it. So today, instead of doing like my normal designer spotlight, I did take a trip a couple weeks ago, about 5 weeks ago, to the framer. And he had finished, when I was in North Carolina, he called me because he had everything finished. So I made a trip over there. When I got back the next week, I think on Friday, I took off over on an afternoon and went to the framer and picked up everything. So I thought I would go through my framed pieces that I got picked up from the framer instead of doing a designer spotlight this week. And let's see what else. That's about all. That's about all. I did finish, when I was in North Carolina, one of the days I did spend some time stickering. So I did finish my May monthly. And then I did finish all the weeks for May. So show these real fast. So these are my weekly spreads where I log what I've been working on for the week. Sorry, May's a long one, so. And then I have one more, of course, it starts today. I love these beachy coastal themes. Halloween's my favorite. And then, as I mentioned, I do a monthly kind of recap of all my new starts and my finishes. It's just on a journaling page before the next month starts. And then I did yesterday get June done. Went ahead and got my monthly set up for June. And 1 week done. Trying to get ahead a little bit. And then I have my summary page that I did. It's playing right now because, of course, June hasn't started, so I haven't started anything or finished anything. And then I went ahead and did the July monthly. And then I did the July kind of recap page. This will be my last month that I do in this journal. And then I'll start a fresh journal, which is probably good because it's real, with the stickers, they get really thick. So again, I do new starts and finishes. So you can see I've done the whole year. I started in August of last year and I've, you know, got it all stickered out. So that's kind of my journal. Again, I go to a shop. I'll link it below, but it's Sadie Stickers. Sadie Stickers online. She has an Instagram. I use her. I really enjoy her journals and all of her stickering kits. So, let's see. So kind of what I've been working on. And again, guys, I always think I'm going to get more done. I don't know about y'all, but It never happens. It's been busy with me missing some work and coming back. So when I was gone, the only thing that I did finish was, get my board, guys. In the Winds of Autumn book by Blackbird, which I did a flip through of this book recently. I think I made the comment, like, why have I never stitched this little drum? Always loved it. This is Nebraska Prairie in the Winds of Autumn book. So I did actually start it and finish it when I was in North Carolina. Super cute, just a little drum, very simple, not a lot of colors. And I did this on 40 count Dolly Madison, I believe. Let me look for sure to tell you guys. One moment, please. Yes, I did it on 40 count Dolly Madison. And this only took about a little less than a day of stitching. So it's cute. Can't wait to get that one fully finished. So that was my Winds of Autumn. It was so funny. My friend Kathy, when we were at North Carolina, she was like, they had to run to Walmart for something, and they came back and she had this, because I say I never have anywhere to throw anything. So she came back with this big bin. But see, Kathy, I filled it up for today. So I still don't have anywhere to throw anything. She's going to be like, that was not the intention of that. Sorry, I just thought that was funny. So that's Nebraska Prairie. And then I did actually finish, and this is kind of, I think, what distracted me a little bit. I had started, as you guys know, Sampler Hill, which is a with thy needle and thread pattern. Sampler Hill. Now, my colors are going to look a little different. That's an older pattern, so you know how it goes. So what I did was, when I stitched this, I chose Graham Cracker, which is the Shakespeare's Peddler's Son's fabric line, 40 count Butterscotch Baby. I got this piece at market. And I used the call for threads, but I did change the house to the honeycomb, which is the Classic Colorworks, which was in the B-Skep right here. But I did change it to the house. It was just kind of fading in. I can't remember what the call for was, but it was just kind of melting into the fabric and into the windows for me. So I did change that up to a little yellow house. I love it. I love how the colors are. A lot of oranges, a lot of pinks, which I did not expect from looking at the picture. But I do love the finished product of this one. So again, that is Sampler Hill. It's not a giant sampler. It was, let me see real fast. It was 197 by 150, so medium size, I would say. But their original was done on 30 count corn silk and over 2 threads. I like to use a 40. That's my preference. So I chose the 40 Butterscotch Baby. Yeah, it turned out really pretty. I mean, really. You'd think we'd be pros at putting these things in these little bags as much as we do it. Okay. Throw this one over there. Okay, so I do have a couple of whips. So as I mentioned, or I made the claim that I was really going to work on Blackbird Designs Little Birds, which is this pattern here. Now this is a larger pattern. It's not small by no means, and that border can be pretty intense, at least intense for me. I know a lot of people are like, whatever, but like this down here, like, where am I going? Like, it's just doing circles. Anyway, so you just have to really pay attention in that border. And it's, like I said, it's not a small piece. It's like 395 by 339 high. And the original was done on 36 count Heartland, which I am using, but I am using the Vicky Clayton silks for mine. I did make progress. I think again in my delusions of grandeur, I thought I was going to finish it since I had a week off, you know, I mean, come on. I thought I would finish it, but I did not. So no surprises that I did not. But you can see, so I kind of came down. I'm gonna show you this a little bit at a time. I finished this row here when I was in North Carolina, this row and this row, and then I started a little bit on the kind of middle medallion section that you personalize. And then I kind of put it down and worked on Sampler Hill until I finished Sampler Hill. So I started again this week, only like 1 day, 2 days. So I did come down, do more of the border. As you can see, there's double borders in this. One's like a sawtooth border that comes down. And then you have like the big green border with all the flowers. So again, a lot of progress. I was hoping I haven't finished. So I still have to come down and do all the border on this side. And then all the border across the bottom. And then another house. So she's a large piece. It's gonna take me a while, so it's totally fine. But I do love how beautiful. You see the colors are blues and reds and sagey greens and just yellows, like a golden. Hopefully you guys can see this okay. And then kind of that big middle medallion, and then the house. There's a mirror image of the house on this side over here. This is a very symmetrical sampler, which I like. I don't mind. I know some people don't like it. But again, that house I'm not 100% looking forward to, because it is, like I said, whoever was the mason of that house, he had bricks going every which way but loose. So let me get that one situated. Okay, and then I did actually have a start last week. Kind of wanted to work on a small, sometimes I get bored and have to do that, but I like to have like a big and a small kind of going. You guys know that about me. And a lot of people have asked, like, do I stitch in hand? How do I stitch? I don't stitch with a frame. I don't stitch with a hoop. I stitch in hand, but I don't sew. I usually poke and stab. I can sew a little bit, but my stitches don't lay as nice as when I just poke and stab the way I've kind of always done it. So no tricks. just do it. So I did start Blackbird Designs Lady Liberty. This is a drum, so it's 2 parts. You have the top and then the side. And I will go ahead and say it, and she knows it because I told her this too. This is kind of all Carol's, all this is kind of Carol's salt boxes thought. She kind of started this on the patriotic train, I think a lot of us. And it's perfect time for it anyway, between Memorial Day and Labor Day. But I was like, I got to get some of these smalls out and get them started. And I've always loved that one. So I am using the 36 count Ligonier Latte from R&R. It looks okay. I'll be honest with you. So I did finish the top. Let me just get here. So I finished the top. Looks really cute. As you can see, like this right here is supposed to be Fathom. And then this is Michael's Navy. My Michael's Navy is so dark compared to like kind of like the picture in the original. Get in there closer. I really kind of wish, so Rachel Needle and Flax started this one at around close to the same time, but she started on the side panel. And I really wish I would have used she used the DMC for the Michael's Navy. And I really wish I would have done that myself, because it's just a little bit lighter. So you can see a little bit more variegation, but I had it done. I had my lady done before she started the side, and or almost done. I was like, yeah, I'm not starting again. So this is my side panel. And again, this is all kind of Michael's Navy, but see some of these letters are Fathom, and you can't really tell that. You can tell a little bit, but it's pretty close, which is fun. So this will be the side of the drum and then the top of the drum. A lot of people will maybe just do the top. A lot of people maybe just do the side. But I decided to kind of do both of them. So that is all my kind of whips that I'm currently working on, my status, and then my finishes. So no, it's not a ton, guys, but it is what it is. As you guys all know, we get busy and we can only do so much. Again, I kind of keep just a little personal journal that I write in. It's just written hand notes. My sticker journals for the pretty. So what I was going to do before I kind of showed my finishes, again, I went to a trip to the framer, is that I wanted to talk a little bit about my plans for today, which I'm getting a late start, which is fine. But I want to participate, and I'll read it so I have it right. Hollis's Summer Holiday Stitch Along. So Hollis Hands Create, no S on the end of create. She does she's done it for years. I think this is her 5th year doing it, where she'll start a patriotic piece, any one. She's done a lot of the Plum Street ones, like the all the Rhode Island samplers. But she starts on Memorial Day, which is today. And sorry guys, but yeah, like I said, I think I told you guys 1,000 times, I turn this camera on and my head just kind of goes woo. But she starts on Memorial Day and she tries to end by Labor Day. That's her goal. So she is doing, and a lot of people are doing it with her, Plum Street Liberty Welcome. Love that one too. I've never stitched that one. But Liberty, the welcomes kind of, I want to stitch them, but they kind of intimidate me. They're kind of big pieces, and as Carol said, and as I say, Paulette makes me work. So I like to accept the challenge, but make sure I can reach the goal. So, which I maybe can't, who knows? But so I have this great Patriotic bag my friend Jen Winthizer, Purple Stitcher, made. And so what I am doing, because I have to be the weirdo out, is I am going to work on Plum Street American Sampler. I've always loved this one. So I just was like, I need to get it out and stitch it. Now, again, this is a lot of stitching too. I think even Brenda said this got all that damn grass as well. So, you know, I'm going to do my best. That's my challenge. So I got all my colors pulled. I will be starting today. It kicks off today. Again, guys, sorry, I've used bags for all my thread. I use 3x4 jewelry bags for my thread. So I don't have to wind or cut or put on pretty things, or I just shove it in the bag. So I like to take the time stitching. So I'm not a big kitten up. It's not my favorite thing to do. So this is kind of the colors for that. And I am going to use 40 count Dolly Madison. See, I got it prepped and ready to go. So 40 count Dolly Madison from Needle and Flax is my chosen called for. So I'm excited to get that one started. That's kind of in my plans. And then of course I need to really decide what I'm going to take to StitchCon. I gotta get that decided. I do have another really cute, again from Jen Purple Stitcher, with a Teresa Kogut fabric. So she doesn't sell her bags like all the time, so don't reach out to her or anything like that. But she sometimes would make them for a retreat we'd go to, and then you could buy them there. So I do know for StitchCon, I do want to take, with that needle and thread, Lady Liberty. I love this pattern. Love I think Olivia Pumpkin Hollow Quilts just showed it on her, a vignette that she did on Instagram of it. And every time I see that, I just go, oh, I've got to stitch that. So I'm going to stitch this on 40 count Saltbush by Fox and Rabbit. I do not have, unfortunately, the fabric right now. It is coming from Hollis Hands Creates. And then these are the colors. And so see all the colors. And then there are 2 Valdanis in there. So those are the Valdanis. So we got everything we need. So I'm definitely going to be taking that to StitchCon, and I'll be starting that at StitchCon. You'll see from some of the other stuff I'm going to show you, I got lots of options. So I'll pick a couple other smaller ones. And I mean, this one's not tiny. This is more medium, I would say, but because it is, well, it's 11 by 12 done. So I don't know what the stitch count is on it. She doesn't have it on the back. So I'm excited to try that one. Get that one started. Okay, so now I thought I would go into kind of what I picked up from the framer. So this is kind of my trip from the framer episode. So we will start with that. Oh, a couple of smalls that I have. So I do have this great Patriotic Where Liberty Dwells. This is I'm gonna show this kind of blue and red, the red felt. This is a hands-on design, Where Liberty Dwells. So it comes in, you can either do the pillow or the drum, or you can do the pillow and the drum. I'd still like to do the drum too as well. They're a little bit different, so it's not like you're stitching exactly the same thing. But I've done the put a hat on the witch, and I'd like to do the pillow. I did the drum in it, I like to do the pillow in this one. So that one's super cute. And then I have from Summer House Stitchworks, I have these 3 pillows. So Liberty, Freedom, and I just a little back, Equality, Justice, and then For All. So these sit in a little patriotic bowl that I have all the time, and I'll insert some pictures of that. I have like downstairs in my hallway, I have an old 1950s school desk that we refinished, and then or my grandfather is a very old piece, and I have like patriotic stuff hanging above it, and then I have patriotic stuff on the desk, kind of smalls, things of that nature. So this is kind of what I got back from the framer. So the first one is With Thy Needle and Thread Snow Day. So this is an older print. I'll kind of start back here and then kind of move in so you guys can see it. I like to show you kind of exactly what the frame looks like. I love this frame. It actually matches the blue of the house perfectly. So this is With Thy Needle and Thread Snow Day. I don't know that you can still get this pattern. It might be out of print or not on Brenda's website, but I've always loved that pattern. She has a Santa that you can still get that's on her website that's very similar to him, and he's got like trees kind of coming up. He's super cute too. The next one is Patriotic. So it's with that, it's a Blackbird Design America. And again, this unfortunately is an out of print chart. It has America at the bottom, which I did not stitch it. I just left it with the frame. And also on the pattern, you're supposed to fill in the entire back. And I did not fill it in. I just kind of chose a linen that I really liked and then went with it. So let me get just a little bit closer for you guys. You can see that back is not filled in, but America from With Thy Needle and Thread. The next one is Blackbird Design Summer Souvenir. It's in one of the Patriotic books from Blackbird Designs, but let's start. And sorry guys, my windows want to get in the way, but it is what it is. Now, this is the one that people have talked about. This is this is the called for fabric, but it's on a higher count, and this is 36 count. God, man, my light's terrible today, guys. Sorry about that. 36 count. So you can see the letters are super ghosty. And in person, you can see it okay. But this is one of the ones that I really wish I would have just changed the threads. I did the Vicky Clayton silk conversion. It's not that. I just think that this pattern was done so long ago, and they did it on a lower count, more, you know, 2 threads, and then it just kind of disappears, which is fine. Next one is Scarlett House. This is Sarah Barnes. I love this little sampler. It's so cute. Sarah Barnes by the Scarlett House. Again, I just did like it looks black, but it's a blacky brown frame because it has like a lot of brown in this piece. And the colors on this piece kind of shocked me too, because it was kind of bright greens and dark browns, but really once it kind of all got together, it looks really, really good together. Okay. The next one is, okay, so this is With Thy Needle and Thread Light of Winter. I was at the Dine and Stitch retreat when this was released. Loved it. And that retreat was like in September or October. We were supposed to finish it by Winter Solace that year, but I didn't make it. I did it the next year because I put it down. But so this is my Light of Winter by With Thy Needle and Thread. My framer did not, she framed it like on a wide red frame, which is beautiful. My framer didn't have anything kind of close to that. So I just kind of did this like brushed gold to kind of pick up the golds that are in that piece. So love this. Love this design. Love that house. So this is Light of Winter by With Thy Needle and Thread. And it has been fully released to everyone now, so you can get it. The next one is Stacy Nash, Mary Pinkeep. She finished this as like a big pillow. It was a lot of stitching. I'm not gonna lie to you, so I framed it. But this is Mary Pinkeep by Stacy Nash. How cute is that? That's all fill-in. I was happy during that. I don't really mind fill-in. I'll complain about it, but I complain about color and changing colors too. I complain about vines. I complain about all of it. Sometimes I wonder, they laugh at me. They're like, why do we stitch? But this frame has a little bit of red pulled through it. It's a really, you can kind of see it there. Kind of, it just has it's a brush kind of silver, and then it has a red kind of going through it. So I thought it went really good with the house. Kind of showed off all that. And again, I think all those windows were eyelets. Yeah, they're all eyelets, but I think they were supposed to be over 1 eyelet or like over 2 eyelets, so they were tiny. So I just did the normal kind of over 4 eyelet, and I really like how it turned out to me. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just trying to remember off my memory. That kind of what that was. But anyway, again, and she finished this like a pin keep. It's called Mary Pin Keep, but I was framing it, and I think it turned out great. Okay. Switch these out. The next one is unfortunately an out of print chart. I really wish she would re-release this one. I've always loved it, and someone let me borrow it. And when someone lets me borrow the pattern, either they, I send it back to them, or they tell me to like pass it on to another stitcher that wants to stitch it. Since I know a lot of stitchers, that's not hard to find somebody. But this is Blackbird Designs Liberty House. Love how it turned out. And you can see it's kind of a grayish barnwood frame, grayish blue. So it kind of matches the top of the house, the kind of the blue of the house, and kind of makes it really pop and come out. I love this house. I love to stitch any of the buntings. And then the 3 stars in between the house. I'm pretty sure I did the call for colors on this. Probably not the call for fabric. I changed it a lot because a lot of the old Blackbirds, especially, they were done on higher counts. So usually I'll do a 36 or a 40. But now I try to really put that on my Instagram, what fabric I used, so people can see the picture of it. Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I didn't write down well. I go through phases where I used to start my journals and For some reason, I didn't write down fabrics or threads that I used. Just the piece when I started, when I finished. So, who knows? Okay, the next one is the Scarlett House and Chilton. So this is the Scarlett House. It's so weird how some look so good, and then some I put up and they're just like, whoa. You can't see them. It's weird how that happens. So this is Ann Chilton from the Scarlett House. And so I use this kind of black frame with this like orange burnt in, orangey kind of yellowy burnt in to kind of pick up those oranges in that fabric, in that design. Okay, the next one is, this is a Stacy Nash. No, sorry. This is a Scarlett House coverlet Christmas. Love this design. Except I can't apparently remember the name or the designer, but it doesn't surprise me any at all. So this is Coverlet Christmas by the Scarlett House. And all that black is filled in. All that red is filled in. That house is, you know, all filled in. Love these trees. Anytime I have to stitch trees like that, I just love it. And then all the kind of Quakers at the top of the design. And I know I use Vintage Country Mocha on this one. Vintage Country Mocha, I know it's a little bit rougher fabric, but I tell you, man, greens and reds, they pop on it. So this is Coverlet Christmas. I love how this turned out. And I just chose like a black frame for it. Very simple, but it had so much black in it, I thought it looked really good. So pretty. And I haven't seen a lot of people stitch that design, but I love it. I've always loved it. Oh, yeah, maybe it's just because of all the fill-in. But it's so cute. And maybe a lot of people have. Maybe I just missed it. I don't pay attention all the time. And then another Summer House Stitch Works. This is, so she did like autumn, summer, winter. What am I missing? Autumn, summer, winter, and fall. No, autumn, summer, spring. I'm glad y'all can laugh at me because, woo, sometimes. So this is Autumn Provides. So these designs are really neat because you kind of stitch one color, and then in the middle, and then you kind of do a repeating pattern of the colors. It's usually like only 3 colors, 3 or 4 at the most. And like I said, I love these. And then she did the Faith, Hope, and Love. They're very similar to these kind of like colorways with like the bands of color, but I think they're going this way for that one. But I did like a burnt autumn kind of frame, and looks so cute. Autumn Provides by Summer House Stitch Works. So the next one is, so this is an older pattern. I've had it forever. I've always wanted to stitch it. Whew, got fuzz everywhere. I've always wanted to stitch it. So I finally was like, I'm stitching it. I did this on a 40 count. So it is smaller than kind of like the original design, but this is Little House Needleworker. And I love this 3 like tiered bumpy frame with the black on the edges of it. I think it turned out so good. I'm probably gonna hang this over the door of my craft room. Definitely maybe hang it in my craft room or maybe downstairs. I haven't decided yet. But this is Needleworker by Little House. I love the little bird and the string and kind of going through the needle. Turned out so cute. And then I have, as you guys have told you guys before, I'm a huge Halloween, love fall, love Halloween. I like Patriotic and Christmas too. Those are my others. So it's probably like Halloween, Patriotic, and Christmas, you know, and then Pour Spring I rarely get did. Like in the scheme of things, I rarely get did. But I do like a good Halloween piece. So this is actually Teresa Kogut's Silowwitches Quaker. Again, it's not one that I've seen a lot of people stitch. Maybe I just missed it, but I absolutely, when I saw this design, I fell in love. I used the called 4 threads. I did change the fabric to more of a golden, but look at those, the pops of green. And these, like, Teresa's just brilliant. Like, any of these motifs, like, how cute of a small would they be? Like, just, I mean, like, the pop of the green on the cat and the witch's green legs. Like, just those little pops of green and Frankenstein's face. All the witches. But this is called Silowwitches Quaker, because it has the Quaker in it, too. And then this is the date, 2022, of course. But, couple words like bats and owl and creepy, October 31st cats. But I love, I mean, look at him. Every time you look at this design, you kind of see something new that you really weren't paying attention to. So I love how I just did a black frame that has kind of, again, that kind of orangey kind of finished out piece on it, just to kind of goldy, orangish goldy kind of fill out on it. I mean, it matches that fabric almost perfectly, but oh man, I love this design. And like I said, every time I look, I see something new. And you could use, I mean, you could use any of them for a small and they would be like, well, how cute of a small would that be? I mean, all of it, just the brilliance of Teresa. So, so this is Teresa Kogut's, Silowwitches Quaker. Why I can never remember the name, I have no clue. So I have that. Those are kind of what I got. And then I have one final piece, which is my large piece. So as a lot of you seen on my Instagram or on my early stories, I was working on Let Love Rain from Teresa Kogut. I saw this pattern at market, fell in love with it. I've been fortunate enough to kind of go to market several times with shop owners to help them shop or be their helper, or just do a lot of the social media stuff. But when I saw this, when I walked into the room, I was like, man, I got to start that. And so me, my friend, hooping it up here on Instagram, and Farm Boys Love, we decided to kind of stitch it together as a stitch along, or start it together, and then you just kind of work at your own pace. And it's very funny because they've done like Pam's is purple. It's beautiful because she wanted to put it in her bedroom. Charlotte's has tons of blues and fall colors in it. She completely just went rogue. Teresa just showed it on her video. But it's beautiful. And so Charlotte met me over at, because I wanted to pick out a frame for it. And Charlotte met me over at the framer, and we picked out a frame. And I was in Michigan, and she called me. She's like, "You're never gonna believe this." I was like, "What? What's wrong?" And she was like, he had the wrong frame almost that he was cutting almost for it. And Charlotte was like, and he's never done it, so it's just like one number off. And she was like, "That's not the frame Tara picked." She said it looked pretty, but she was like, "That's not what Tara picked." And I'm so glad that she caught that, because I would have been so disappointed in not be able to pick it up. And because, I mean, he would have fixed it, you know, not that, but just to not be able to pick it up. And it is a large piece. So you guys are going to see me again struggling like I always do. But it turned out absolutely beautiful. So this is my Teresa Kogut's, and the light's going to be tough, guys, but Teresa Kogut's Let Love Rain. I chose this like oxidized, kind of greenish, kind of brownish frame. As you can see, it's very distressed, but the tone of it, the colors of it look perfect with, so I did the called for colors, except I used the Vicky Clayt silk conversion, and I did mine on 40 count thorn filled by needle and flax. And I have posted a picture of this on my Instagram, because sometimes it's easier to see with pictures than it is in the video, but I had to show it, even if I had, because it is just absolutely gorgeous. I did, the year I bought my new house, I did put 2020 in it for that, to kind of commemorate that, buying the new house. And then that flower basket, I know a lot of people say, I would just stitch the flower basket. It is beautiful. It would be a beautiful drum. It would be beautiful. But it ain't no joke. I'm telling you. That little flower basket makes your eyes cross. But it's beautiful done. And I'm so glad they encouraged me to kind of do the border all the way around before I got very far. As you can see, like with little birds, I'm not very good at that. I usually leave the border to last. It's probably good that they did, because I don't know if I would have continued on the flower basket, but I'm so glad I did, because it really just adds so much to the piece. And then the alphabet at the bottom. I love how this turned out. One of my favorite pieces I've ever gotten back. So, and again, the frame just has that pool kind of burnt gold and greens to it. Let me get that back. So that's Teresa Kogut's Let Love Rain. Very beautiful piece, very special. So what I thought I would do is, and again, this is kind of Carol Saltbox. She's kind of started it, especially for me, all the patriotic pieces she's shown. I'm not gonna really, you guys all watch her, you've seen it on her video, but I do have some patriotic pieces that I really like in my stash. So I thought kind of go through those. I do have a little bit of haul, nothing crazy. So I did get, I thought I had it, but for some reason I didn't. The Tricks or Treat book from Hollis Hands Creates. So I got the Tricks and Treat book, and then I got like a fat quarter of the graham cracker, wabi sabi graham cracker linen, because it's just a really good color. And then when I was at Annabella's, I didn't need a lot of charts or anything, but I got some of the little fat quarter the little bundles she does of fabric. I love this patriotic one, just for some of the patriotic pieces. It goes so well. They're really pretty. She calls them Bella's bundles. And just since we're about to go through patriotic, I thought I'd show you this. I should have taken it out. Sorry, guys. But you can see kind of how cute this little fabric line is for patriotic pieces. Little plaid, blue, and then the flowers. So those are for some patriotic smalls. And then I was going to talk about this. I didn't get this, but this is, so the Friday Night Stitch group that I'm on, we kind of were talking about, Christmas in July. And I think a lot of us are going to start, we all had this in our stash, this Peace on Earth. Peace on Earth by Samplers Not Forgotten. I have mine kitted up from Country Sampler. See those beautiful colors, and it's on woolen, winter woolens. Country Sampler just did the house and the words, and it was so cute too. So I haven't decided, am I going to do the whole thing, or am I just going to do the house and the words? But I think I'll start that one in July with everybody else, because why not, And then I did get a couple of sticker kits, nothing major, just got a strawberry one. And then I do go ahead and get like my August monthly. These are my monthly kits that I use. I showed you guys the monthly. And then I love mermaid, so I got the mermaid one. And then just a really cute summer one. Again, summers and Halloween and Christmas, they get me every time. Every time. Okay, so we're just going to run through these really fast. I know it's a little bit longer video, but you guys will bear with me. So I was going to show you just some of the kind of, patriotic pieces that I love, that I have in my stash. We'll see how far I get. Maybe I'll split this up and do it again the next video if I'm running too long. But a lot of us have gotten this one. This is the Scarlett House Freedom. It's the new one that she just released. I love this little pillow. I think it would stitch up so fast. This is on 36 count baked clay. The original was, which I know I have in my stash. So maybe that one will get kitted up for StitchCon and go with me. Because from me to thee, it's so cute. I love this design. This is Summer at Hollyberry Farm. Again, anytime you have some bunting and a flag, I'm all about it. But this one I got kitted up again from Country Sampler. But look how adorable that design is. Adorable, I mean it's giant. It's like 16 wide by 13 high finished. That's adorable. I have these little 4th of July, like the little hooplas from With Thy Needle and Thread. Have like, you see all the thread and the hoop in it. I love these little designs. And you can finish them really quick. They're done on sheep straw by R&R. I don't know if I have sheep straw. I'll probably just pick something else, but that's a really cute little small to kind of take and have with you. So I did get, and I know I'm taking this one because I really want to work on this, but this is a Grand Old Flag by With Thy Needle and Thread. She just released these. This is the colors in it. She did hers on Creme Brulee by R&R. I'll see what I have in my stash, but that one's definitely coming with me. I'm going to make a pile for the definites. And then she did the Summer Swan, which is really cute. I did just get that one too. Like I need to organize my piles. That way I can narrow it down. So this is Blackbird Designs. This came as a kit. It's United We Stand. It's a mattress pad. To me, this is it's going to be a lot of stitching. It's a lot of dense stitching. But it's super cute when done. Love this one. This is Home Sweet Home. My Home Sweet Home by With Thy Needle and Thread. Again, I have it fully kitted because why would I not? But I need to get that one started. I've done 2 of those designs. I did the winter one and the fall one, and I love each one of them. This is an older pattern, but I've always loved it. This is Threadwork Primitives, Patriotic Rose by Threadwork Primitives. And then again, I have it kitted up from Country Sampler. It's on Mayflower Mocha. So that might really be one. And I say every year I'm gonna stitch this, and every year I have not. This is My Country by Lottie Da. Oh, sorry. Yikes. I made a working copy. So, My Country by Lottie Da. Wow, Tara. And again, why I haven't stitched it, I don't know. And I don't know. But I have it calls for silks. So I have NPIs for it, which I found out I do love. So, how cute is that? This is where we get to the I'm a nut part of the presentation. I think we all feel like this when we have so many we want to do and we just don't have enough time because I want to do them all. This is a Summer House Stitchworks American Harmony. I think it's really cute. I don't have it kitted up or anything, but it's only 2 colors. And they did this one on 32 count. It would work up so fast, and it's just so adorable. I also have this one, which I love, the Liberty. I don't know. I guess this is the front and the back of it. No, I think there's 2 drums in this. Oh yeah, there's 2 drums in this. So this is another Summer House Stitchworks Liberty. Love this drum. I love this drum too. But one's Liberty Hill Farm. That's not the same piece, right? That'd be a giant drum. No, it's 2 different ones. I would read the instructions before I started. So Liberty Hill Farm. This one is, I just have the PDF for it, so it's gonna look terrible, but I've seen someone stitch this, and this is Willow Hill Samplings, the land of the free because of the brave. I love, especially on Memorial Day. I mean, like, what better thing could you stitch? But I absolutely adore this pattern. You should look at it online. The Land of the Free Because of the Brave by Willow Hill Samplings. I love this little, so these are little heartware designs that Heart and Hand does, and they've been on a ceramic bowl. So Land That I Love, so cute. I have this, as you can see, I have it kitted up. Liberty Hill Farm by 1776 by Silver Creek Samplings. Another great piece. I have a few of the Chessie and Me, which if you watch the attic, you kind of saw these done. But like Strawberry Liberty, Return of the Wells. Oh, that one kitted. And then I love this. This is an Erica Michaels Silk Berry collection. And you can see you can do the berries kind of big or small, which I think is so cool. I would not do it on silk dolls. What do I have next? Okay, this is another Chessie and Me. This is Wave Forever Stitch Book. So Wave Forever Stitch Book, you have like, it actually has like 3 pieces to it. I did this, I finished this for a retreat and gave it away as my small. I really want to stitch this for myself. I just finished it on one of those little books that you open up and paint. Turned out super cute. I have this Chessie and Me Glory House. Again, these come fully kitted. And then God Bless America sampler. This is, again, the so this is by Artful Offerings, but this is the country sampler version. So they prim these up and do these. Taking these out. This one, which is so cute. This is American Stitch House by Chessie and Me. Like, look at that, the flag alone. This is a great book by Teresa Kogut, Broad Stripes and Bright Stars. Has a ton of patriotic patterns in it. I think there are 7. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, that's all the ones on the front. So 7 of them. And I love this Old Glory. And you saw I had the bag that has the fabric that kind of matches this. But all those are really cute. This is a Stacy Nash. Even though it's not technically, it's the Be Kind sampler, but love the bunting again on the house. I think it's very summery. And then, of course, you've seen Carol working on this, the Big Blue. I just gonna call it Big Blue. Big Blue House Pinkeep Drum by Stacy Nash. Again, we got that as a club kit. I don't think that's out yet. Oh, this is my favorite, Chessie and Me. Long May She Wave. That's going in the baby pile. This is, again, another country sampler kit that they converted, kind of primmed it up for Artful Offerings, American Sailboat Sampler. Let's see, fully kitted. And they finished it like a pillow, so you got like the backing fabric for it. So this is what I mentioned earlier, where Liberty Dwells by Hands On Design. And see, I did the pillow, and this is the drum. And then another Hands On Design, F is for Flag. So cute. I would change the colors of this one, but this is a Country Cottage Needleworks Land of Liberty. And you can see I already kind of was playing on the change of the colors. This was a tiny little, from Little House Needleworks, a Liberty Silk Pack. So you got like the chart, and then they gave you the silks in it, which was super cute. Another Little House Needleworks I would not, I kitted this up forever ago, and there's no way I would use that raw kind of rough linen, but Liberty House Needleworks, it's got like different sections. This would be great if you're working on like so I can't remember who's doing it. I know Stitchy Linda mentions it in her Flosstube. She's doing it, but people are doing like the different frames, like anything with a box. Someone's doing a stitch along with that. This would be a great one for that. Heart of America is what it's called. It's a 2008 release. A little behind. Whoopsie. I love these. This is Bent Creek Stars and Stripes. This is Glory. Love that one. And then another Bent Creek, the flag with the sampler in it. How perfect is that? So cute. And then this is one of my favorites from 1998, because, you know, love a good classic. This is Bent Creek flag, 1998, to really shame you. Like, I probably bought it in 1998 too. But I love this design. Like, why have I not stitched this design? I know a lot of people have stitched it too. Blackbird, I'm not gonna go through them. I mean, we all, you know, see them. I think the only one I was going to show from Blackbird was this one. Long May She Wave. Love this. Completely covered flag. This flag that has no white space in it. Love it. Yeah, that's only, what's that size? 90 by 65. But it is, they're eyelets like in here, which are beautiful. And then it's just solid stripes. Love it though. And then of course I had this Blackbird, which it's the Hats Off to Uncle Sam. A lot of people got the hat. I think that was like a club kit piece. Then a few with that needle and thread. I love the Souvenirs of the Heart. I've done fall and Christmas of this, but I have not done Patriotic. So I need to get to that. I love the Stars and Stripes again with the needle and thread. So cute. Land of Liberty. Let's see. Oh, I love this one. Basket Full of Summertime. I've done the Christmas and the Halloween theme in it. Not the Patriotic yet, so I really need to get that one done. And then Baltimore Salt Box. I think I have not stitched this one because it's supposed to be over 1, and I kind of keep hesitating to do that, but I think I'm just going to stitch on 40 count and call it a day and just get it done, knock it out, because I like that better than stitching over 1. A Plum Street. This is Betsy's Tart. Now I have seen this done in more of a red, white, and blue colorway instead of just the neutrals. Love the neutrals. I love the red, white, and blue colorway too. So I do have it right now. Oh, Jamie, see, I did use yours note cards. But Jamie and Jordan, the little Stitch girls. So we'll see. I don't know which one I want to do on that one. These are just some Plum Street. Let's see these. Hollis showed a lot of the Plum Streets. I think the Mini Moon. I don't know if she showed that one. That one's super cute. Great Patriotic design. And then that is really all that I have. Let me throw some of these in here. Hopefully you kind of like seeing kind of the Patriotic pieces that I have. They kind of get me in trouble. When Carol starts showing those, Saltbox starts showing those, I go, ah, and then I go down a rabbit hole too. But it's a fun rabbit hole. So, looking through my notes, make sure I got everything. So, I have watched some Flosstube, of course. I've watched Carol Saltbox. I watched The Attic. I watched Brenda and Laura. There's a new one, Periwinkle Stitcher. A lot of you guys are watching her. A lot of you are talking about her. She did a great job. She did her first Flosstube. The New Hampshire Stitcher of Pam and Steph. Linen Scraps. Sable Stitcher. Of course, I watch Hollis Hands create. Sarah's Stitchy Spot. 2 Needles Pulling Thread. I always watch Shine, Sparkle, and Stitch. Anita and Holly, I've met them before. Celeste Creates. Jessica Sweetwater Stitcher. Cross by Floss. I Swear I'm Stitching. Hopefully, The Real Housewives. I watch them still, always. Hopefully I got everybody. You know, again, a lot of people have mentioned me. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You know, it's very humbling. So thank you guys. And then just kind of like the last thing that I do, which is I just kind of talk about what I've watched or listened to. No books, really. I've been listening to some podcasts. I did the new season 12 of Tenfold More Wicked, which was interesting. And then I've been going back and listening to Barry Bones, which is, again, her show, but it's with Paul Winkler Dotson. No, that's her. I can't do names. We all know this. Not a strong suit. Don't even try. So Buried Bones, and then I always listen to My Favorite Murder. And then I watched Dark Matter. There's only like 5 out right now on Apple. It's really good. Kind of sci-fi, but very good. Under the Bridge, of course, I'm still watching that show. You should watch it. The Jinx Part 2, which was, the Part 1 was crazy, but Part 2 is crazy too. I watched Fallout, which is based on a video game that we used to play. Clarkson's Farm Season 3. I love that show. If you're not watching that show, I highly recommend it. It's on Amazon Prime, and Jeremy Clarkson, he buys a farm. Well, no, he had a farm, and during COVID, the guy retired, and Jeremy was like, well, I can just farm it. Jeremy cannot farm it, but it's great. I always watch Welcome to Wrexham. Love that show. One of my favorites. Of course, Bridgerton. I love that show too. So that's kind of everything that I've watched and listened to recently. I think that's everything that I have for this week. Again, I'm going to StitchCon Weekend A. If you see me, you know, please say hello. You know, I love meeting people, so that's fun. And that's really all I kind of have. Hopefully I covered everything. If not, I'll cover it next time. But again, thank you guys so much for watching me. I appreciate it. I hope everyone has a lovely Memorial Day. I had a long weekend and got some stitching in, more than I did. But y'all guys have a great day, and I will see you when I see you. Thanks so much.